The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I am Tasha Champion, your host of She is Shenomenal. Welcome back. And if you are new, welcome and thank you for joining us. We definitely have a great show today. Last week, we were talking about physically functioning while being mentally drained. And we had Sherelle Edie and Dr. Danielle Bill, and we were talking about ways that you can balance out your mental health with the way that you are physically functioning. And today we're going to continue a little bit of that mental health aspect and talk about how our happiness is part of our health and how health is wealth. And I'm really excited to have Antoinette Beavers on. You guys are going to meet her momentarily. She is a health and wellness coach, and she is the founder of Sweetvine Teas and Products. So when you guys see me take a sip of my in my Shenomenal mug here, it is going to be from her tea product line. I love it. My son was bugging me like, Mom, did you order the tea from the girl? Did you order the tea from the girl? So guess what? I ordered it. I got it. You guys have to try it. It's delicious. But before we get started, as always, what am I going to tell my ladies out there? It is time to smash your boobs. If you have not gotten your mammogram, now is the time. A lot of us were not able to get mammograms during the pandemic. I know we're still in it, but 2020 and 2021, a lot of things were being pushed aside, including getting mammograms. So if you have not gotten it, now's your time. Set a reminder on your phone right now. Call your doctor, call your girlfriends, make sure everybody's getting their boobs smashed, and then head on over to themammochallenge.com and register, because I have an incredible grand prize to give one of you just simply for smashing your boobs. That's literally it. Smash your boobs, register. Okay. It's so important. As a breast cancer survivor, this is near and dear to me. I am an advocate for it. And not only that, but make sure you're also doing your monthly checks. I'll have to do, not going to do it today, but I'll have to do an example one day of showing you guys how to really check and do self-checks. And also, we cannot forget the second annual Shenomenal Women's Brunch. It is coming up. It is quickly approaching. We are like literally just about a month away. So get your tickets today. Head over to shenomenal.com/brunch to get your tickets. It will be at the Hilton Garden Inn at 10543 Sierra Avenue in Fontana, California, Saturday, July 9th. From 11 to 4. And I know that might seem like a long time, but it is going to be action-packed with good food and good mimosas. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you will walk away with your bellies and your spirit filled. The speakers that I have are absolute fire, and they are ready to pour out into you. So you have to be there. And please get your tickets before it's sold out, because it absolutely will sell out. Now, it is June 1st. It is Pride Month. And I want to celebrate everyone that's out there living their best life, regardless of your sexuality. But this month, we get to celebrate our LGBTQ community. Yes, I celebrate them. So please do not at me. Please do not send me scriptures. Please do not tell me your personal opinions. This is a choice for me. I believe that people get to be who they are called to be within themselves, and it's not for us to judge. So to all my LGBT communities, the Shenomenal Coach celebrates you, and that is leading me to the Shenomenal Woman of the Week. I am celebrating Shenomenal graduates, and I'm getting ready to post her image so that you guys can meet our Shenomenal graduate for this week. It is Kiana Ware Davis Reyes. She just graduated from the University of Maryland's Global Campus with her AA degree. She is also a brilliant designer, graphic designer. If you tell her something, she can do it. It is absolutely amazing. She does shirts, she does canvas art, she does furniture, you name it, she can do it. She is absolutely incredible. And congratulations to Kiana. She just married her wife on Friday, May 13th. And in light of her marriage, she has just accepted a full-time employment offer with Yale University, where she will also continue to advance her career in construction engineering. She is a proud LGBTQ community. So I am celebrating Pride Month, starting off with Kiana Ware. Congratulations on your graduates. And I want all of you guys to know, if you have a Shenomenal graduate in your life, please email me, tasha@shenomenal.com. Send me their picture, where they're graduating from. I am celebrating all Shenomenal graduates all year long, from kindergarten all the way up to universities. Nobody's getting left out. I want to do as many as I can. So make sure you email me, and let's celebrate these Shenomenal graduates and all that they are doing in their life. Okay. All right. That is my intro. That's what I'm giving you guys today. And I'm going to head to a quick commercial break, because when we get back, we're going to talk to Antoinette Beavers. Now, y'all know this is my thing. When I'm talking about health and wealth and happiness, she's a health and wellness coach. That's right up my lane. So we're going to have a good conversation. We're going to support you guys. We're going to give you a lot of tips and information. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this commercial break. All right, we are back, and we are getting ready to have a really good conversation with health and wellness coach and founder of Sweetvine Teas and Products, Coach Antoinette Beavers. Hey, Antoinette.
Hi, how are you?
I am so good. I am so happy to have you on, because from the moment you and I met, we just vibed. Like, we had a really good energy, and then we found out just how much we had in common. So it's an honor to have you on the show tonight, so we can just have a really good conversation, giving people tips and advice on really how to just connect to their own happiness, how to stop looking for it outside of themselves. We're going to talk about what you have going on. We're definitely going to talk about my favorite teas here. And so tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you love about the wellness industry, and why is that your industry of choice?
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I absolutely love you. I know we just met each other, but I love you. Well, we've been on each other for about a year, right?
Yes,
I've been
absolutely.
wanting to ask you anyways if maybe we ran into each other in California at the wedding. I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think
Yeah,
so,
but
but
I would love your
whatever the case, we connected when it was the right and perfect time.
I swear, because your energy is everything. I absolutely
Thank
love you. And
you.
I want you to be, you are already a mentor to me. So I
Oh,
thank
I
you so much.
appreciate that. Thank
And
you.
yes, you're welcome. A little bit about me. I'm a mother of three. I'm a wife, and a daughter, a sister. I honor all those roles because they're important to me.
Yeah.
I'm a friend, and I'm a health care advisor, a professional. I take classes all the time.
Mhm.
I'm not one of those people that post all the time. I'm one of those people that work all the time with people. Like, I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
I love people. So I'm going to research, study, read. Somebody give me an issue that they have, I'm going to dive in and dissect it. I love being able to help people. And the reason why I resonate and love the health and wellness industry so much is because
Mhm.
it's something that you can be unhealthy or unhappy and you can make a change. You can
Yes.
change instantly, and you can get on the right track, and it's something that can save your life. And it's not
Right.
only something that can save your life, but it's something that can save the lives around you, your
Mhm.
family lives, your children's life. um,
Yes.
it's just like generational wealth. It's that important. So
Absolutely. I love that you said generational wealth because it's so important for all of us to really understand. Like, you hear so many people say, like, oh, these generational curses, my health is a generational curse, all of this. Listen, you guys, y'all have to remove generational curses out of your vocabulary, out of your spirit, out of your energy. Let's start focusing on like generational blessings, generational wealth, not these darn curses, because you can change whatever you need to change in life.
yeah.
Period. I am witness to it. I have done the work and I continue to do the work. So it's so important. So let's dive in, because you and I have talked and we have these conversations. And of course, when me and you get together, we just unfold, and unpack. But let's talk for a moment about happiness, what it really is, and why so many people seem to feel they need to search for happiness outside of themselves.
Right. So I believe that happiness is when your thoughts correlate with your actions. When you're in
Mm,
harmony and you're doing the things that you want to do, um, it's like taking out, like you said, the generational wealth. It's like taking out I can't and putting I can. It's like
yes.
taking out impossible and putting possible. Those are keys to happiness. Happiness is, again, when you're not worried about other people's perspective. You're
Hmm.
just delighting in yourself, delighting in God within you. That's
Hmm.
happiness. That's when you start to obtain happiness. When you can be going through a bad situation, but see the good in the situation. That's happiness.
Right. And I feel like there's so many people, they might say that, but then you always, especially as women, we tend to say, like, I'll be happy when. I hear everybody say it, but I'm
I
talking to
do
the women here.
that.
Yes, we're always like, I'll be happy when. But we're going to talk about how when you put a time on when you're going to be happy, you disrupt and disconnect from the joy and the happiness that's already present in you right now, because you're thinking, I have to wait until I get the job to be happy. I have to wait until I get the man to be happy. I have to wait until I get the new car to be happy. there's this internal happiness that all of us can connect to. So we have to really be aligned. And I know that that's something that you do. It's something that I do. We help women get aligned, mind, body, and soul. And when that alignment happens, you can really experience a different level of happiness. You can experience joy in a different way because you are aligned, mind, body, and soul and spirit.
Right.
How do you work with your clients to get them aligned? And first off, before we do that, how do you support your clients in recognizing that they are out of alignment?
So literally, I'm kind of a textbook person. I get that from my father. He bombards me with books. I love books. And I believe in chakras. I do. Just, some people don't. I do. And I will go through the chakras with people. And also, I believe in the power of now. So
Yes.
if we accept and believe in the power of now, then we'll see where we are and aren't aligned at. Because if you believe and you focus on the power of now, then that's kind of you already giving yourself an expectation of accountability. So, that's helping you already align. That's like your mental is the first step to alignment. And then after that, I go with health, because you can't really have a good mental health without having a good physical health.
Right.
So you have to start digesting the right things into your body. You have to start cleansing and just moving forward like that. That's my first approach. Let's identify, let's acknowledge the power of now. We working in the now.
The
not
now,
the future,
yes.
not the past, but the now.
Right
Because
now.
people get stuck on what happened or what's going to happen. That's why we get afraid to set different goals, because we're scared that we won't accomplish the goals. But it's not about any of that. It's about what can we do right now.
Right. And I think what I want to make sure that everybody understands is when you have this focus on so much of the past, it causes depression. When you have a focus on so much of the future, it causes anxiety. So that is where like a lot of depression and anxiety comes in. And I want you guys to really focus in on what is happening right now. And Dr. Bill talked about that last week. Like, can we find the joy in this moment right now, through the chaos, through the noise, through the dysfunction, through the frustration? How can we find this just joy right now? And that's really, really important. And I'm so glad we're having this conversation, because in a time where we just had another mass shooting, we've had shooting of children, in a time where log into social media, there's so much death happening. There's just a lot going on. And I think people get to have a moment where we say, hold on, can I just disconnect for a moment? Can I just connect to some peace within myself? Can I connect to a love and a light and a joy within myself? What are some things that you do to be in that present joyful moment? Like, what is tell us some ways that you connect, because maybe you're going to give some people some good advice out there.
You can't say something and then jump to the next question, because you have my heart and my spirit wanting to comment. So
comment. You're good. Comment.
The fact that you said about depression, and that if we focus on the past and the future, then that'll drive, and that is an easy access for depression. Yes. Let me just tell you, I am a strong woman. I am 34 years old. I just turned 34 in March, whatever. Happy
birthday.
I'm 34. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a wife. Like I told you, all those good, positive things. I'm a minister, and I'm so blessed. I thought that I was like, I couldn't have depression. I was like, anti-depression. Like, I never experienced it. And I thought I was focusing on the now, but I was focusing so much on the future, what I wanted to do in the future, and that I couldn't do it right now. And it started depressing me. It wasn't a depression like all day, every day. And I get it now because I've always helped people through depression because I haven't been there. But I feel like this power that I've gotten battling that depression has given me a gateway and an access to help them even more, because I've learned that depression, it could be 1 minute, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week. I was, finding myself being depressed at moments because I had these thoughts for myself for the future, and I was stuck in a place right then and there. And what I did was, I spoke to a leader. His name is Bishop Bobby Davis, and he told me, he said, "What do you want?" So this is something that I do, and this is something that he helped me do to access my happiness. To answer your question, he said, "What do you want?" So I identified my wants. He said, "I need you to come out of yourself." And I was like, okay. He said, "I know you're smart. I know you're a hard worker, but I need you to come out of yourself." I've been ministering since I was 12. I took a 4-year break to dedicate myself to my family, and I just preached my first sermon last Sunday.
Congratulations.
I felt so good. But what he did was he told me to give it 7 days. He said, 7 days, don't do anything. And I had to think about that. I said, you know what? When I pray and pray and pray and pray, that's asking God for something, thanking God for things, but asking him for something in the same time. That's the prayer is. And I was like, but who am I? I need to come out of myself and meditate and listen. Because when you meditate, you're listening to God. So I always tell my clients or my friends or family that reach out to me to just meditate, just listen. Sometimes we have to come out of ourselves and just listen. Peace and harmony, like you said. And that's what I give. And I tell them to listen, to meditate. So to answer your question, the number one thing that I tell people to do is meditate. Yes, of course, pray, ask, and thank. But meditate. We get so
that's in that quiet moment.
Yes. Well, you praying, but are you listening? And once you start to listen, you can discern and you can figure out the best move. Because once you're actually listening, that means you're actually trusting. Right. Trust, I believe that God is within. So once you trust God within you, you're gonna trust your intuition, and then you're gonna be able to maneuver and make the right steps to get where you want to go.
Yeah, I agree, because it's in those quiet moments that our spirits awaken into feeling what God needs us to see, what God needs us to hear, what God needs us to know. And that can come from a multitude of ways. So one of the things that I always talk about in finding joy, finding happiness, finding the things that you want, is to make sure that you're not restricting yourself by only looking for your blessing in one way, because, God is abundant. So he might bring it to you in different ways. Now, I like the fact that Bishop Bobby said, what do you want? So one of the things that I do want to let people out there know that's listening is so important to know what you want, and making sure that you're identifying, is this what I want, or is this what I've been taught to want? Because a lot of times people bring in what they want you to do. Our parents pour into us what they want us to do. Society tells us what they want us to do. But what do you want to do? And then be very specific. Be very specific about the things that you want. When you do that, I want you to then just 5 minutes a day, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, just breathe and visualize already having exactly what you want.
Yes.
Already immerse yourself into feeling like that CEO that you want to be. Walk around as that wife that you want to be. Walk around in the glow that you see in other people, but you're trying to figure out where it is within yourself. It's already there. So just be in that space of, this is what I want. This is how I get it. And then let the universe, God, Mother Earth, y'all know I have no judgment on what you call your higher power. Let it work for you. Yes. And find that centering piece of happiness and connect to it and own it. Do not wait for anyone or anything else to provide your happiness. That is a big deal to me.
Yes.
It's a big deal. And I will say this, being happy is how I really got through a cancer diagnosis, multiple surgeries, chemotherapy. That's how I got through. It's just being in a place of happiness. So talk about that for a second. Like, how does our happiness affect our health?
So, multiple ways. It's been scientifically proven now that happiness has an effect on our immune system. Happiness has an effect on our, our ability to handle stress. It also has an effect on there's so many different things. It has an effect on our ability to teamwork. I'm just trying to go down the list because I mean when science is they're researching these things. It has an effect on literally your decision making skills. It has an effect, and when you make the right decisions, then you're ultimately preparing yourself for success
and boosting your happiness.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So once you make the right decision, you're preparing yourself for success. Success leads to wealth or whatever, whatever your success may attain. Happiness has an effect on so many different things, like in the body when it comes to hormonal levels. Happiness really plays a large effect. And if you know a little bit about your hormones, you know that your hormones really guide your body and your wellness as a being. We have the thyroid gland, and that plays a lot on your hormones. They call it like, the brain of the body.
Right.
I'm promoting myself, but I'm not trying to be funny. Here I sell turmeric. And the reason I sell turmeric, I do like it. It has so many health benefits. But one of the benefits that people don't know is that turmeric literally has the ability to affect your happiness, your emotional state. And that's again back to Mother Earth, to the nature. Everything is here, for us. We just have to go out and get it.
Tap in.
Yes, tap in. And I heard one of our sisters, because Bianca is both of our sisters. Yes. I heard her say, I don't have to have everything. I just need to have access to it. So if we have access to these things, we need to get them. We do.
I love that. Like, let's repeat that for a moment. Like, I don't have to have everything. I just need to have access to it.
Yes.
And when we close our minds and our spirits and our souls off from believing that what you have access to is only available if, only available when, everything that you want is available to you. God has already laid out a path. So it's up to you to create and say like, okay, God created the path. How do I take this path? How do I go on this journey of finding or being in this place of happiness, of having the things that I want? Like, I really want people to understand this world, as chaotic as it is still full of abundance for you. And when you're walking around with negative thoughts, negative feelings, when you're walking around unhappy, you are blocking your ability to receive happiness, to receive blessings, to receive abundance, to receive joy. The same thing when people say like, oh, I'm blocking the negativity. Let me tell you something. Whatever you using to block the negativity, you are also blocking the positivity that can be present in your life. Don't block nothing. Just let it go.
And you causing stress.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing that happiness will fight. It releases antioxidants in your body with different herbs to fight that stress. Stress kills. Like that was powerful what you said. Don't be so quick to block everything. Don't be so quick to let everything stress you out. People, I am one of those girls, like, I'm vibing off your energy. I'm vibing off the vibe, the energy. But don't be so quick. Women, men, everybody, don't be so quick to be like, oh, his vibe wasn't right. Her vibe wasn't right. And disconnect with people, because it's almost like you setting yourself up on a pedestal and you're blocking everything all the time. And it's just not. It's not.
It doesn't serve you. Like, there's so much life out there. And I think that's why you and I vibe so well, because we operate on that same frequency. We raise each other's frequencies. And there are times like you might be in a low vibrating place within yourself or just physically. But here's the thing, if I walk into a place, I expect that place to rise to my energy, because if I'm the highest energy in there, I'm not trying to come down to nobody else's energy. You got to rise to where I am, because it's fun up here. Like this frequency and this vibe up here, it's a whole lot of fun. And I just think that everybody
around people like you, I'm surrounding myself around you. I think I got the highest vibe. You think you have the highest vibe. Then we're just going to keep elevating.
Yes, and it's all about that elevation. It's all about that elevation. I love it. Antoinette, take us through, because I know like you and I, we talk about chakras, we talk about stones, we talk about healing. I believe that healing, anything that God naturally has given us, from dirt to grass to the ocean, mountains, skies, clouds, moons, suns, whatever, I believe those are our biggest healers. So one of the things that some people don't understand is our chakra alignment and why it plays a major part in our happiness. It plays a major part in our moods. So first of all, I'm going to have you go through the chakras. Just give us a little bit of an example of like what each one does. We don't have to go into depth, because then I'm going to share something after that. So take us through just the chakras.
All right. So we have.
Oh, you're on mute. I think you muted yourself. There you go. Oh, no, you're muted again. I can't hear you. Okay, talk. No, oh my God, I don't know what happened. We were just getting ready to get into it. Uh-oh, we'll get it working in just a second. Oh man. I can tell you're saying I don't know. That was getting so good. Okay, looks like we lost the audio on your end. Let us go to a break and see if we can get this back. Yes, there we go. Okay, cool. Perfect. So whatever you did, don't touch it again.
Hey, can you come up here? She can't hear me anymore.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay. You can hear me? Okay.
Yes, this is the beauty of live. So we're good. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and take us through the chakras, because loving the entire show. Thank you, Maya. Take us through the chakras, so then we can talk about that. Y'all just enjoy the live. This is what happens.
Okay. So, and that's so funny because I was already so nervous. Okay. So we're going through the chakras right now. So we have our crown chakra. We have our third eye chakra, and then we have the throat chakra. I already kind of spoke about that.
Yes.
With the thyroid. Then we have the heart chakra. We have our solar plex. Then we have the sacred chakra, and we have the root chakra.
Yes.
The root chakra is where we begin because we want to be grounded, and then that kind of relates back to what you say when you talk about how does the earth and Mother Nature help heal us? It starts with the root chakra. I always tell people to imagine yourself as a tree, rooted and grounded in the earth. And I like to have people go here and do their mantras, and you can just tap your fingertips and say what you want to say. And you know what? Just to touch on another point with our chakras, this is something that we are kind of just coming into the light of. The affirmations that we've been teaching our children, which are so powerful because we say I am, and I am is literally putting God within yourself. I am is the name that the Old Testament that our ancestors called God. I am that I am. And when we say that means I am omnipresent. I am everywhere and I am in you. So when we say I am beautiful, we're speaking that life into ourselves. But just to run it back when we were young, because we always are people of knowledge. And even if it was hidden from us, we always trying to find it. So when we were young, our parents always say, don't say I can't. Take that out of your vocabulary. And that's almost the same thing. So when we focus on our root chakra, I like people to, I am love, and just touch it. I am peace. I am joy. I am success. or whatever you want to be. I am happiness. And once you get that root chakra aligned, it literally is a blood flow of energy all the way to your crown chakra. And
Right.
those are the chakras. And once you dive in, you get intrigued, and it's just a learning process, a forever learning process. One chakra could be shifted. One chakra could be, and you do something. I mean, I literally to this day, I can if I start to feel sick, I can work with my body, do different things. When
That
it's
part.
your nose and throat, it's a chakra.
Yes. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is like, I want you guys to understand that our bodies are the first warning of what's actually getting ready to come. But we're so quick to ignore it because you just feel like, oh, I have a little bit of a headache. You instantly pop an aspirin or an ibuprofen, whatever it is. If your throat is hurting or you're coughing, you instantly get a Halls, or you go get cough medicine. If you're coughing, or if you're around somebody and they're coughing, it's usually something that they're not saying. It's something that they're not speaking. Their chakra is blocked. And when you're coughing, you're trying to get something out. I tell people all the time, like, if your throat is sore, get around some blue things like turquoise. Get around turquoise, put a turquoise scarf on, and let that help to activate. Oh, honey, this is my lane. You got to let that activate that throat chakra. So like, if we start at the root chakra has a lot to do with being provided for, your protection, your safety. And when, like, if you start getting lower back pains, look at where are you feeling like you're not supported, or maybe you're giving so much support to everybody else. If that's the case, you probably are looking at you're noticing a lot of like red things.
Red.
So it's really important to, if you have like grass you can lay in, if you can go to the beach. I live in California, so y'all know we go to the beach all year long. Sorry, everybody else. But if you can go to the beach and like lay in the sand, get grounded into earth, it's gonna support that root chakra. Like, I am really big on the top part of the chakras. So going from our heart, throat, crown, and third eye. I know a lot of
purple.
Yes. I don't know if you operate more like in the bottom half, the sacral, solar, and root, but I know most of my see, yes. You know what? I'm noticing the red jacket that you have on. So that's one of the reasons
red
why.
has always been my favorite color since I was little.
Yeah, so your root chakra is probably your strongest.
And then we say that purple, a lot of people say purple is royalty. Well, that's our third eye. And that's why that color correlates like that.
Yes, that third eye is powerful. It is powerful. When you want to see something that is not seen through the natural vision, through your natural eye, that's when you just kind of want to tap in and close your eyes and say, what is it that I need to see? What is it that needs to be shown to me? And it's you will see it. Like, it's energy is amazing. And for anybody who feels out of alignment, if you feel like things are not working out for you, if you always feel like so much pressure is on you, you have to ask yourself, what is my body telling me first? If your shoulders are hurting, how much of the world are you trying to hold on your shoulders? How much are you trying to handle? How much support are you not allowing? Because now your shoulders, your neck is hurting. This is where we need the support. If you're always getting headaches, what are you overthinking about? What's constantly on your mind that doesn't feel safe or doesn't feel honorable? Our bodies tell us everything. You just have to ask the questions. Your body will tell you what you need.
And you have to ask the question, and you have to rest and thank your body.
That part.
We have to stretch. Every morning, I wake my children up and I stretch them out. Like, if you ever paid attention to animals, the first thing that a dog does, a cat, they stretch.
They stretch.
Give your body thanks. We've been holding and carrying our bodies, other bodies, groceries, everything all day. We have to give our body some thanks, some
love.
We have to give our body thanks. So we as people, we must remember to thank ourselves, love ourselves, stretch, just give it a rest.
Give it a yes. And here's the thing. I tell my mama this all the time. I tell my sister Sherelle this all the time because they're always going. Let me say this extremely loud and clear for all the people in the back. If you do not intentionally rest, God will rest you. That is usually when we end up sick. It's usually when we end up like in our beds trying to figure out why we can't get up. We're exhausted. We're overly tired. It's because you've been ignoring the rest that you need. And you're thinking like, okay, I'm just going to go to bed. Sleeping and resting are two totally different things. They are two totally different things. What do you do, Antoinette, to rest, to intentionally rest? What do you do?
I do yoga.
Mm.
And all the time, my husband will tell you his favorite yoga pose is it just slipped my mind, but he just likes to lay. He just wants to lay.
The Shavasana. That's like
he wants to lay. And for me, when we do yoga, sometimes I'll fall asleep because I'm just resting. But it's the intentional part of it that I am not doing anything. I'm just relaxing. I also read, and you know what? I take baths. I'm kind of petite. I'm mini, so your standard bathtub will work for me, long as it's clean and thoroughly clean. It'll work for me. So I take baths. Of course, I'll shower afterwards, but I take baths because I want to just be able to kick back and relax. And it might be
I love it
when I'm taking a bath, but I'm gonna do what I need to do for myself to rest because I am busy. I'm literally busy all the time. I just had to check myself like, girl, you so busy. I just
check in.
Work. I worked 5 hours, came home, fixed lunches, breakfast, got the children on the bus. Then I have a 1-year-old. I had to play with him, do learning with him because I'm intentional. So I don't want my baby to be on the TV all day.
Right.
I needed to nap. So let's nap together. I was always going. And then so if it's 3 a.m. and everybody sleep, I'll creep to the bathroom. I creep downstairs and give me something to drink and creep to the bathroom. And I'll just rest in the bathroom. In the water.
Listen. People are probably going to laugh at this, and then we're going to take a quick break. I enjoy grocery shopping. I think I've talked about this on the show before. Grocery shopping is so soothing and relaxing. I don't cook the food, but I go buy it. So we're going to pause for a second right here. Thank you, Joelle. We're going to pause for a second, take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the food that we eat and how is that playing a part in us either feeling connected to ourselves or how we feel disconnected just based on what we're putting into our bodies. Let's take a break for a moment. We'll be right back. Oh, okay, y'all caught me. I was like moving. Welcome back. I'm always, if I hear music, I am moving. It embarrasses the hell out of my children if I'm at a store. But I will tell you guys something. When you dance, when you move your body, you're shifting and moving so much energy around, and it allows you to really release a lot of stress that stagnant in your body. So if you hear music, like, just dance, just move your body, even if you offbeat. No, I'm not offbeat, but like, just figure out how to move your body with yoga. Okay, so I want to talk about food and what we put into our bodies. Now, you just recently had a conversation with your 8-year-old daughter about eating beef, and you guys like transitioning into eating, adding in a different type of meat into your diet. Talk about that conversation really quick, because I want people to understand really how important it is to watch what you're putting in your body, not just like, oh, is this fattening, but down to the energy of the food. So talk about that for a moment.
So we started her off as a vegan, and then we gradually let her explore food and the things that she liked. And all the way up into 2019, when we moved to the Midwest, we were living in South Carolina, and she hadn't eaten any red meat, any beef. And the children here that she was around, and just, her peers, they were eating red meat, and she wanted to experience it. So I allowed her to. And she's been eating it for maybe a year or so. And then she asked me the other day about hormones and just food. And I told her, I said, well, she asked me if this was good for her. She was eating a sausage. We don't eat many sausages, but it's summer. We might have some here and there. But
Right.
Because of the process. So I told her it was beef. And I told her about the chicken too. And I was just explaining to her that it matters the way that the animal is even killed. Because if the animal is slaughtered and killed, inhumanely and just not in the right way, not kosher, then that animal is sad and upset, and those hormones go through the meat. It goes through the animal's bodies just like it goes through our bodies. And then you digest that, because you can't take hormones out of a food no matter how much you cook it. So and when I explained it to her, she got it. She understood. It was funny because we also talk about waste and trying not to waste and to only get enough. And she put her sausages to the side. She was like, I don't want to eat this right now. And I understood. I was like, I get it, because you don't want to eat nothing after you heard that.
You just heard that.
They won't touch pork because we let them watch a video when they were younger. They won't touch it. They like, ugh. So it's really true. And that's why we like to buy cage-free eggs. And I know things are expensive, so you do what you can. You eat as healthy as you can, but the cage-free eggs, the animals are happier. So all that matters.
Yes, it really, really does. My daughter has been like, I typically will buy organic, hormone-free meat, but my daughter has been recently on me about even going to like the I can't remember the name of the market here, but just going to places where the meat is kosher, because it really is a difference in the way that they are killed, the way that the blood is drained from them. And all of that matters. Sherelle Edie says, I hadn't thought about that first movement of animals who are naturally intuitive because they aren't taught. Exactly. Dora says, balancing your root chakra. Yes, honey, the balancing the chakras, period. Another thing about food that I want people to understand is eating food from somebody who is in a bad mood, who's angry, like you and your spouse and just had a whole argument, y'all, and yelled, scream, slam doors, slam cabinets, and then this person goes to cook for you. All of that energy, all of that anger that person is having right now is being cooked into that food. So you have to even be mindful about the energy of the food that you're eating, because we digest that energy. Every single thing, everything. Let me repeat this. Everything is energy. So if you got an attitude, please don't cook for me. Just don't. Just don't. Like, cook in a happy mood. Cook in love. You know what I mean? Because it really does make a difference. Okay, so we have about Yeah, it does.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
Don't put your attitude in it. Put your foot in it. Like, that's
because
why
it
I
might
don't
be
eat
good, but then
everybody's food. I don't. They say don't eat everybody's food. Don't take everybody's attitude. Don't.
nope. No. I saw a video recently. Somebody was making a meal, and the cat just walking all around, and I'm like, that's why I don't listen. I don't even allow. Don't at me with
You
this.
doing it spiritually and naturally.
Yes, I don't even allow my kids to blow candles on cakes, and do not tell me, Tasha, they're not getting a full kid experience. Listen, you are not blowing all of your mouth DNA and cells onto a cake that I'm getting ready to eat.
So you must have been like that pre-COVID.
I was like that pre-COVID. Yes, you cannot. My kids do this. You ain't blowing on no candle.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very important. I mean, it sends information to your body. It can send positive information or negative information.
Or negative. Yes.
And then it also affects your gut. The gut is
that gut health.
Yeah, gut health. Yes. That's the gateway. That's the key to life.
For everything.
Yeah.
So, okay. We're coming down to like the last 10 minutes, and what I want to talk about is just wellness in children. How can we bring our children up into having a wellness practice to understand how important it is? Because I mean, children these days are seeing a lot more than we ever saw as kids. And I'm several years older than you, but you know, we're in that generational area, and these kids are seeing a lot more. So how do you talk to people about what are ways that we can bring wellness into our children's lives that makes it safe for them, that makes it comfortable for them? How do we incorporate it as a family practice? Let's talk about that for a moment.
Yes, I pray for all the children because there's so much going on. But the best way to incorporate wellness with them is hands-on. So allow them to cook healthy meals with you. Allow them to explore. Allow them to make their own choices with you being a positive reasoning voice. You know, like a counsel. Look, I did my whole shift in focus. I see my husband. That's so funny.
Right. And then my friend tells me greedy, but yes, I eat. Y'all know I eat. Okay, back to the kids.
I gotta get out there to you, Tasha, because I love you. So, anyway, we have to allow our children to actually cook healthy foods so that they can be happy and excited to eat these healthy foods. We have to make sure that we have a conversation with our children on their level. I don't know if you all have heard, but sometimes you need to get down on your knees, you know, on their level or whatever height they're at to talk to them, to actually listen, not to put words into their mouth. Play with them. You know what I'm saying? Me and my son Kingdom, we play ninja. It's our exercise together. And we're just like down there ninjing it out. Like, free kick. But that's our exercise. And because I want him to be healthy. I want him to exercise. And if I got to play with him to do it, that's fine.
That's beautiful.
And those are the things we're really hands-on. So we have to be hands-on with our children because they see everything.
Right.
You know, we're praying that shooting. It took me days to watch it, but once I watched it, this little girl, she had on the same dress that my daughter Arise has, and I broke out into tears right then and there. And Arise was right there with me. So we have to, just as in front of their face as this media is, we have to be just like that in the household. You know what I'm saying? For love and guidance.
And then also, before we head out, making sure that you create that safe space for your children to know they can really come to you and talk to you. I love the fact that you mentioned getting down on their level. Now, I'm only 5 feet tall, so it's not much more, you know, getting down on someone's level that I can do because I'm only 5 feet. But if you are tall, even if, you know, your kids haven't outgrown you in height, sometimes it is good to get down on their level because then it doesn't feel like you're talking at them. So imagine like an adult reaching over, you're sitting in a seat and an adult comes to you and they're talking at you, that's how our children feel. So creating that safe space, because we want our kids to come to us and talk to us about anything. We say that to them, but have we created that environment for them to actually accept, like, okay, mom said I can come talk to her, and I really can because I feel safe enough to do so. And be honest with your kids.
Yes.
Be honest.
Be
All
honest.
right.
Congratulations to your boys for graduating. I love
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much for having me and expanding me in every way. Thank you.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed this conversation. I saw a lot of questions pop up, so I'm so glad that I thank everyone out there for joining us. Antoinette, tell people how, number one, listen, I drink coffee every morning, but I'm intentional about tea. So this is the real deal. My 12-year-old was like, order the tea from the girl, order the tea from the girl. So I ordered it. But tell people how they can order products from you. How can they get in touch with you? And I promise y'all, she's going to come to California. We're going to do something really big together. But until then, how can people reach you?
Sweetvine on all platforms. I'm not that active on Instagram, but you can still reach me on there, and I will reply. But Sweetvine Life, Sweetvine 88, Sweetvine Products and Services. If you type in Sweetvine, you'll find me, and I'm on Etsy as well. Or you can just directly message me, Antoinette Beavers, or again, Sweetvine Products and Services.
Yay. I'm so glad we had this talk. It's been so fun as we drank our teas out of our own branded cups and stuff. There she is, Antoinette Beavers, health and wellness coach, founder of Sweetvine Teas and Products. This has been a very fun show. We had a lot of laughter, but dropped a lot of Shenomenal gems. Yes, that's what I call them. Thank you guys all for watching. Join us next week. I will be talking to Joan Wilson, who has just released her book called Why Me and Why Me Mommy. And she's going to be talking about raising a child that has gone through the battle of sickle cell. That's not something that we hear all the time. We hear a lot of cancer, but we don't talk a lot about how sickle cell affects the Black community. So join us next week so that we can all have that conversation. Thank you guys. I will see you guys next week. And thank you, Antoinette. You, my dear, I love you. You are phenomenal. You guys have a good week.